Bitcoin is pumping like crazy and we're already above the $93,500, and this is insane. Of course, we are now running into big resistance, but however, we are seeing a beautiful pump, and in this video I'm going to tell you exactly why Bitcoin is pumping and how this pump started. I will have a look at the Bitcoin and the Ethereum ETFs. I will also have a look at the Bitcoin monthly returns, and later in the video I will also have a look at the two altcoins, Ethereum and XRP. But about that later in the video. So please like the video because it will help this channel a lot. And now let's dive right into the charts. On the daily time frame, we can see that Bitcoin finally broke out of this huge falling wedge formation, and we saw a beautiful break to the top side. And I analyzed this pattern with you on my latest videos, and you could have been warned about this huge formation breaking to the top side. So we're now breaking bullish. We're seeing this beautiful spike to the top side, and now we're coming against this huge block of resistance on the daily time frame, and we can see a lot of price interaction here at this level. So I think we will see a little bit of price action as well here, but for now it looks like Bitcoin wants to break above it. But however, we could also see a little bit of a rejection coming into the market, and that we have to cool off a little bit. So I'm currently in a little bit of a short position right now because I want to. I think that we are going to see a little bit of a rejection from this market, and yeah, that's why I'm in the short right now. So if you want to trade the market just like me, click the link in the description under this video and find the link where you can sign up for free to Bitunix. We have a lot of interesting bonuses if you sign up for free. So sign up and trade together with me. And the big Bitcoin pump was all because the Bitcoin ETF decided yesterday to buy a lot of Bitcoin. And we see that Fidelity, the BlackRock ETF, and also, of course, the ARK Invest Bitcoin ETF are buying like crazy. And we almost saw 1 billion of total inflow, but we saw a 912.7 million of total inflow. So this is insane, of course. And these amounts are pushing the market upwards. And last year, we also saw that the Bitcoin ETFs decide to trend. So we are now going to the top side, and this is looking beautiful. And yeah, later in the video I will also have a look at the Ethereum ETFs, and they also are showing a lot of interesting price action. And in my video of yesterday, I spoke about this huge resistance area on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. In the past, we could see here a lot of interesting price action happening. So this resistance was the one to break for Bitcoin. And these were my two scenarios for Bitcoin. So either way, we could see a pump to the top side, or we could see a little bit of a rejection to test previous resistance as support. But however, Bitcoin decided to break above it. And yeah, we're now looking very bullish. So this resistance area can be painted in green because it's now being turned into support. And however, yeah, we could also see a little bit of a throwback to retest this level as support, and from there we can create a higher low, and also then again a new higher high and a higher low, and that of course would indicate the new bullish uptrend for Bitcoin. So this on the 4-hour time frame looks very bullish and very promising, and we are now above this huge block of liquidity to the top side. And also in my video of yesterday, I spoke about this huge daily uptrend. And we're seeing this trend is unfolding. We saw a bearish trend, then we shifted into an uptrend, and we are now into a bearish trend. So of course this bearish trend was looking very bad because we saw lower lows and lower highs. But yesterday I put up this question mark, and now we can of course remove it because Bitcoin is creating a new higher high, which is very bullish, and this could indicate a reversal for Bitcoin. So for instance, we could also create a new higher low, then we can make a new higher high after that, and that of course would turn Bitcoin very bullish, and then we can see the $100,000 very soon for Bitcoin. So yeah, this is looking very bullish. We are seeing this bullish bearish downtrend shifting into a bullish uptrend. So let's see what will happen for Bitcoin in the coming days. And having a look at the Bitcoin quarterly and monthly returns, we can see that Q2 is finally turning green. And yeah, we also saw in Q1 was very bad eventually. So March was minus 2.3%, and February was also minus 17.39%. So in April, we are now seeing a bullish continuation of the price for Bitcoin, and we're already up for more almost 13%. So let's see if April and May can also be very bullish for Bitcoin. And in the past, we can see that April was a little bit of a mixed month, but in the we had 5 years of consecutive inflows in April. So let's see if we can see another 30% in this month, and of course that will be that will bring Bitcoin above the $100,000 again. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you think that Bitcoin can reach the $100,000 in this month? And in my video of last week, I spoke about this huge bullish divergence for Bitcoin, we saw this lower lows on the price chart occurring, and we also saw these higher lows on the RSI chart occurring. So this was a very clear bullish divergence on the daily time frame for Bitcoin, and a bullish divergence on the daily time frame is always playing out perfectly. Just like we can see here, we're seeing a spike to the top side, and this bullish divergence plays out perfectly on the RSI as well. So you could have been warned about this huge potential bullish divergence which I was talking about, and you could have been trading this pattern as well, because this bullish divergence on the daily time frame is always looking very strong. And if we zoom all the way out to the weekly time frame, we can also see that this beautiful double support was holding strong. We saw this horizontal support coming into play, and this previous resistance area was being retested as support. We also see this upward sloping support area, and this double support is now holding strong, and we are seeing a beautiful bounce to the top side. And if we of course zoom out, we can see the overall trend for Bitcoin on the weekly time frame is up. So let's see if Bitcoin can create a new higher high on the weekly time frame. And the first interesting altcoin I want to have a look at is Ethereum. We can see that Ethereum was also inside of this huge falling wedge formation, which I've been talking about on my Twitter channel and also in my latest videos about Ethereum. We can see a lot of resistance on the top side, a lot of support on the lower side, and eventually the price of Ethereum was getting squeezed into this apex, and now we're finally seeing a breakout. We retested this resistance as support, so the breakout target of this formation will be confluent with the top side of the formation, and that will bring Ethereum all the way back to the $3,500. So this is of course an insane target, and if you're trading this target to the top side, you could make an 126%. So even when you're leverage trading, this could be an insane trade for Ethereum to make. So for now we are pumping to the top side, and it's looking very bullish actually. And if we have a look at the weekly time frame, we can see actually that Ethereum is looking very weak. So we are now inside of this huge bearish trend, and we want to create a new uptrend for Ethereum. And of course, we want to come back to these higher ranges above the $4,000. But for now, we are at these lower side support ranges, and we want to see a bounce for Ethereum, and that is how the price of Ethereum will move. If we have a look at the Ethereum ETFs, we saw a lot of outflows in the last weeks, but yesterday we saw a bullish inflow of $38.8 million, and this was all because Fidelity was buying like crazy, and also the Bitwise Ethereum ETF was buying a little bit, so this is looking very bullish. And having a quick look at the Bitcoin ETF total cumulative inflow, we are now seeing this spike to the top side, so this is exactly what we want to see, and let's see if we can come back to the $40 billion very soon. And the second altcoin I want to have a look at is XRP. We can see that XRP also was in this falling wedge formation on the daily time frame, with multiple touch points on the top side and also on the lower side multiple touch points as support. The price of XRP is getting squeezed into an apex, and now we are finally breaking bullish, and this diagonal resistance trend line is finally broken to the top side, and the first big resistance for XRP will be around this horizontal level, because we can see a lot of touch points here in the past as resistance and support. And currently we are breaking out of this falling wedge, so let's see if XRP can come back to this level, and it will bring XRP to the $2.75. And of course this will be a very insane target, but of course keep in mind that we could also see a little bit of a retest to test this resistance as support, and from here you can enter the market in the long, and then you can aim for this big resistance to the top side. And if you want to trade this formation and wait for a retest, you could potentially make a 34% increase on XRP. So this is looking extremely bullish if you say it like that. And having a look at another daily time frame for XRP, we can see that XRP is still inside of this horizontal range, and we can see multiple touch points here on the top side, and this lower side block of support was holding strong. Of course we saw a little bit of a break below it, but then we saw a fake out, and this is called a perfect liquidity grab, because all the liquidity is laying below this horizontal level, and now we are coming to the top side. We want to see that XRP is eventually coming to this higher side resistance, and that of course will be around the $2.58. So for now XRP is inside of this huge horizontal range, and whether it's breaking to the top side or the downside will decide which direction XRP will go. So let me know in the comments, do you still hold XRP in your portfolio, and what is your price prediction for XRP in 2025? So again, please like the video if you think it was useful. Don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel. And if you want to trade together with me, just click the link in the description under the video about Bitunix, and then we can trade together. Now with that being said, I hope you liked this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.